Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are working on filling in these gaps that we've created, and they'll get filled in eventually. Checking through our worlds here, Talon Prime needs some housing. This is of course set up as a generator world, and we're maxed out on our generator districts, so I'm just going to put in a city district for the time being. That looks good. This mining world could use a planetary administration. Is this a real mining world? No, it's a fake mining world. Okay, that's fine. We'll specialize that a little later on. And then the ISS Bluefin is idle right now. So let's build a mining station in Ejak, and then let's head over to Ajum and build a starbase out here. This is a tomb world, so we can't actually colonize that, but we'll get there eventually. Now, we're upgrading our fleets, and we're doing this in part because the XT-489 assemblers have been acting fairly hostile of late. So that is noted, but I don't think they're actually going to do anything. So which of these fleets is done? That's the tidal wave. It's not actually done. Okay, so let's get an additional upgrade going there. And of course the ISS Bluefin is going to be back eventually. That'll be in like 3 months. Okay, so that seems absolutely fine. A lot of upgrades going through right now, and we have this pirate fleet out over here. We have the Void Cloud and the Effluvial Offspring down here. All of that needs to be taken care of. So we will indeed get to that. Excellent. These can't be upgraded yet. I believe we're working on the tech for this, right? Yeah, but we're 42 months out, so that is definitely noted. Now, we're unlocking gateway travel, and that is very, very good for us. We definitely want to do that instead of making a hyperspace relay network. At least for now. I don't think there's any reason to make a hyperspace relay network if we're going to have gateways. So that sounds really, really good, actually. The Abusian Principality is no longer a valid rival for us. Okay. That's noted. We can do an astral action, but there's none of them that we actually want to do right now, so we're going to hold off on that. And very soon now, the Tsunami fleet should be done upgrading.
Ships upgraded.
Okay, so that's the tidal wave done. I'm going to send them down to Harmonious Repose, where they are going to fight the Void Cloud and the Effluvial Offspring. The Tsunami, once they finish, they are going to head down and deal with these pirates. So that looks absolutely perfect. We'll get those eliminated. And then they'll come down and take out the mineral extraction operation down here eventually as well. So that will be absolutely fine. The ISS Bluefin is idling here. And I would like, I'm thinking about grabbing these mining stations and research stations out over here. Borders closed with the Demazanian concerns. Okay, the XT-489 assemblers declared war on the Mawir caretakers, who they can probably take. That's understood. After we're done here, I want to head up to Sarpocus and get that done. So that looks good. Research agreement proposal. Yeah, we're going to pass on all of those. So this generator world here, I would very much like to be producing more energy from it, but there's not really more energy that we can produce from it. So at this point, what we should honestly put in is a Ministry of Production to boost up our industries. So that's fine. We can definitely clear out this tile blocker if we had the tech for it too. So there's a bunch of tile blockers here that I would like to clear out, but we also need a job here, and this is currently set up as a factory world, so we could put in an industrial district, and we'll just move that up to the top. Perfect. So that all looks good for now. We've got a bunch of worlds in progress. Wonderful. So we have a bunch of alloys, although those are going to go away eventually. And the Tsunami fleet is actually still going to be in need of upgrades. Sure, but that's not that big of a concern. It's just going to head down, take these guys out, come down here. That'll be fine. The tidal wave, after it's done taking these out, it will have taken some losses. So we'll bring it back up to Radar Central eventually. So that looks wonderful. These are set up as colonies right now, and that's absolutely fine. I'm really not concerned about that. Our capital, however, requires a job, and I want to upgrade our gene clinic there for now. Let's get more pop growth. Pop growth is absolutely king. We're only at 436 right now, and that could definitely be brought up. Removes the anxiety trait. Okay. And we have successfully raided the pirate station here, although we haven't eliminated the pirates yet. There they go.
Agenda ready.
Perfect. So now we're going to head down to eliminate the mining core down here. Our council agenda is prepared, and we're going to launch that. What else are we interested in doing here? I mean, terraforming speed isn't terrible, I suppose. That'll also gain us ecological adaptation, so we could work on that.
Construction complete.
Cool. So we're done over here in Asium, and we're going to build the mining stations there, and then we're going to build the starbase in
Handshake
Perseus.
protocols
We're
activated.
capped on our food, and we should sell some of that, for sure. Migration treaty, we're going to decline. And I would like to buy in a few more alloys with the energy credits that we got there. So that looks good. Not a lot of terraformation to be done right now, but there will be some out over this way eventually. So that'll be fine, I suppose. It would definitely be great to get some of these resources on the map, though, like the trade value out over here. We're going to design our trade
Research
network
complete.
probably once we have our gateways being built. That's likely when we're going to do that. For right now, we're not hurting in our energy credits, so it seems okay. We could definitely go for something like colony development speed. It's not going to be fantastic, but there's nothing tremendously good here. So we're going to grab colony development speed more as a reroll than anything else. Okay, so this is our head of research, and outpost build speed and starbase influence cost would still be pretty good. I'm going to take that. We can also grab this harmony trait. This is the only one that we can do, so we're going to do that. And then utopian dream would be the next one. So that sounds good. Excellent. We should be arriving in harmonious repose fairly soon. Yeah, it definitely takes us a while to get around, but that will change. No doubt about that. So we have a leader trait that we could grab here. This is our Minister of Ascension. So none of this is... Well, actually, this guy is governing Kochab Prime. And that is a mining world. So minerals from miners isn't terrible. I guess we can do that. Cool. So this agri world requires a job, and that is, of course, going to be agriculture districts. I'm building 2 for now. That'll keep it busy for the moment. Excellent. And we'll be arriving in Megama very shortly here. So we're definitely making good time through these areas. I like it.
Handshake protocols activated.
Probably no. Okay, so a Shroud Storm. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. The Sin Masticators declared war on the XT-489 assemblers now, who are already fighting Mawir down here. Inferior and equivalent still. But the Sin Masticators, equivalent. Okay, so the 489 assemblers, they're going to have a 2-front war on their hands, and that's going to be complicated for them. No doubt about that.
Research complete.
That's good for us. We are very happy about that. So there's that colony development speed finishing up. We could grab Positronic AI here, and I think that's a good thing to do. We're going to do that. Excellent. So we are, of course,
That's
fighting
the
the
aggressor
Void
station.
Cloud and the Effluvial Offspring. We're also fighting the Mining Core down over here. And in Harmonious Repose, we should
Battle
eliminate
commenced.
these fairly quickly, in theory. But we may take a few losses. Okay. So there's definitely some research to be done out over there. The ISS Sea Hare is down over here, and I want to definitely bring that up to research the projects up over here. Now, the tidal wave, that is going to return home back to Radar Central for the moment. So back we go, and we're done in Megama as well. So we're going to also go back to Radar Central. It's going to take a while by this route. I kind of want to go through the storm, though. Just head right on through here. There you go. Just take the direct route. So this mining world isn't a real mining world. Ooh, what is this? Are we the Union of Autonomous Powers? We are. Okay. Subtle distortions in hyperspace have been detected, and each member would be tasked with a special project. Let's do it. We're also full on minerals, so let's sell off a few of those. There we go. And what do we want this world to be? Well, researcher output and researcher output. So that makes our decision for us. This is going to be a research world. We're going to put in an astrometeorology observatory. We're also going to put in a storm summoning theater and a storm attraction center. And for now, that'll be it. But that's definitely going to be a research world. So I'm going to make this be a tech world designee. There we go. Fantastic.
Blocker
We could activate a relic, but I'm not going to do that right now. Cool. So the Mawir caretakers made peace with the XT-489 assemblers. The XT-489 assemblers took 4 systems from them. They just wanted out of this war so that they could fight the Sin Masticators, is what's going on there. That is absolutely expected. Like I said, that's a good thing for us. So now at this point, we could grab, this is just a scientist here, we could grab statistician here, and if he gets promoted up to counselor, that would be good.
Construction
That's
complete.
an if, though. We'll see if that happens. So we're done over in Perseus. I want to build the mining stations and then build the mining stations in Matar. And then we're going to head back up over this direction, heading towards Strong. So that's going to take a bit to get there. And by the time we get there, we want to have Alphard cleared out. So that'll be perfect. Eventually, these guys will make their way back, but it will take them some time. We could start this reinforcement right now, but I kind of don't want to. Reason being... Oh, Democratic ruler election. Sure, get out of here. I don't care. Reason being, we know that it routes really weird ways around storms, the reinforcements do, and I don't want to wait for like 4 years for them to get caught up to us. I would rather just go to Radar Central and build it there. So that's what we're going to do. Excellent. That reinforcement routing that you cannot control is going to make big wars where you're constantly flowing reinforcements to the front line very complicated. That's going to make some problems, no doubt about it. Luckily, we're not angling to fight those sort of wars in this series, so that is fine for now. We are absolutely interested in getting all of this stuff built up, right? So once we're done in Sarpocus here, we're going to build all of this, and then we could go to like Liaison, we could start filling in this stuff, but I would like to get these done eventually, and I think we should probably come back over here next.
Construction complete.
Yeah, here we are done in Sarpocus. So we're going to build the mining and research stations there, and then we're going to head up over to Eliathian, and we'll grab that. That'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so the Tsunami fleet didn't take any losses, and you can see just how much more quickly it's flying as it comes back over here. In a flurry of psionic activity, Karmaneki 2 was switched with a shrouded world from parts unknown. A strange fate. Okay. Interesting. Well, that would get us some Zero down over there. That's part of the Shroud Storm, so makes sense. We could sell to private collectors, which we may as well do. Seems fine. Might as well get that on cooldown. We do need a job on Siagawa Prime. So, to that end, this is a research world, and I would definitely like to continue to progress on the research. I guess we could do an astral funnel. Seems good. We also finished up this archaeological dig. Actually, we're maybe still working on that? No. The ISS Clever Clam is not working on it anymore, but we can work on this archaeological site, which is a different archaeological site, but in the same system. So that sounds absolutely wonderful. Okay, so we're going to be arriving back at Radar Central very shortly here. We're going to have this fleet upgrade, and then this fleet, once it arrives back, is also eventually going to upgrade. Eventually. So astral actions are available. Let's gain a physics insight and do our astral boost. That looks good.
Cleared.
And the Tsunami fleet has now been upgraded. Okay, lingering atmospheric
Ships
disturbances
upgraded.
in Talon are fine. So these ships have been upgraded, and we're going to reinforce this fleet. So that is building corvettes and destroyers. Beautiful. That'll all be done quite soon. So that's fine. While that's happening, I want to take our Tsunami fleet, which is currently complete, and we're going to head over to clear out Alphard, just like that. Cool. So off we go, And I'm interested in what our construction
Research
ships are
complete.
currently doing. Not a lot is the answer. The Numistic Order? No, I don't want that caravan cruiser. We did, however, just finish up Star Fortresses, and that's a big deal. We could also get orbital rings going here, which would be a good thing to have. Let's grab that for the moment, and I absolutely want to get all of these bastions upgrading. We don't quite have the alloys to get all
New
of them
frontiers
done,
established.
but we will very soon. So the only one that we're not upgrading right now is our Star Fortress, and I want to buy in alloys. There we go. And eventually we'll have enough to do
Salvage
this.
preserved.
2 months, to be precise. So that sounds good. On this next month's tick, we will get this Star Fortress upgrading. And that will, of course, take some time. That is absolutely understood. Okay, there we go. The ISS Sea Hare is not doing anything. We may as well survey this system. That seems wonderful. And our construction ships are going to be idle for a while here. I would love to grab some of these systems out over here. That is going to be a fairly high
Walker
priority.
cleared.
Are we done with this fleet now? Yes, we are. So I would like this fleet to move up to Rantor. We're not going to attack the Tiyanki Matriarch as of right now. We're going to wait for the Tsunami fleet to be back. So that's fine. Awkward pathing. So with that in mind, we're not going to do this. We're going to just sit down over here and let's fill in this area. That'll be fine. We should be done surveying here quite soon, so we're going to prepare to take over Harmonious Repose. Excellent. So we'll get this area finished up. And actually, if that's the case, then I want this construction ship to come up and grab Lazon instead. So we're just going to do that. Excellent. Just a slight pivot on those plans.
Council agenda available.
Cool. So that's all fine. We do have an idle leader, but I don't actually care that much. We're going to go hit Alphard here. This should be very, very small. I think they're still in here. I'm like 95% certain they're still in there. So we're going to be grabbing that. And then as far as like trade goes, we're going to figure out where we need trade stations to be. It'll be easy enough to figure out though. So that's not going to be a big deal. So we're currently in Strom, heading into Alphard. We should be there very shortly here. This construction ship is currently idle, and that's because we're waiting on Harmonious Repose to be surveyed. We should be done with this very soon. Excellent. So yes, as expected, the mining core is still here in Alphard. And they're instantly gone. Okay, so we're going to head up to Rontor. I want to group both of these up at the jump point to Moscat. We want to grab this Tiyanki Matriarch and get that cleared out. This science ship is going to research this anomaly and then go research this anomaly. Awkward pathing, but okay. And then we're going to go up over to Strong at that point, and we'll survey up over here. Cool. So that seems fine for the moment. We're going to be arriving in Rontor in about a little under a year. That seems fine. And the ISS Bluefin still idling here. We are just waiting on this survey finishing.
System survey complete.
And there it is. So we're going to build our starbase in Harmonious Repose. Perfect. So that looks magnificent. Any more jobs that need to be done here? Well, we could actually upgrade this planetary administration. This generator world requires a job, but we're actually pivoting this over into being a quasi-industrial world. So that'll be fine. We'll put in an industrial district for the time being. The Abusan Principality re-rivaled us. Apparently they qualify for that again. Cool. We'll rival them back. They're pathetic to us in fleet power. Hilarious. Okay. That seems absolutely great. So this is all fine for the moment.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
The question, of course, is how long before we arrive up here, and we can see 160 days. So we should be able to take out that Tiyanki Matriarch pretty easily here. We did finish up in Lazon, so we'll build our mining and research stations, and then after that, I would like to go up and grab this location where we can start a terraformation. That will be ideal. So we're done in harmonious repose as well. We'll build our mining and research stations. The Hyran Prius Nation has a construction ship here. It's moving through. Okay. Indeed. So the mining drone expansion initiative is, of course, here. But, I mean, if they're moving a construction ship up this way, there's nothing for them to do up here. So this is fine. I don't actually mind them having a construction ship here. If they were claiming Freedar, I would have a problem with that. But they're not. Okay, so that seems fine
Research
for
complete.
the moment. We should be arriving up over here very soon. We did just finish Positronic AI, so that's great. Advanced combat roles would be good next. We should be arriving through Tas Zebedar very, very soon here. 40 days until arrival. Excellent. And of course, all these star bases are working on upgrading. They do need a significant amount of additional upgrade. No doubt about that. And we are just about in position to fight the Tiyanki Matriarch. We're going to take some losses from this. That is a guarantee. And let's just head right on in. In we go. The Matriarch. A creature of legend swims langoriously between the gas giants in the Moscot system. Larger than any Tiyanki on record, indeed larger than any of our projections could have allowed for, a space whale of impossible proportions seems to have made her nest here. With tentacles longer than a Nimbulan battleship, how do we know how long a Nimbulan battleship is? We don't have those yet. This magnificent matriarch's glowing hide stands out startlingly against the void of space. She's old, remarkably so, a veritable ancient, covered end to end in battle scars and strange growths. A giant unexploded proton torpedo is lodged in the venerable creature's back, and the fractured remains of ships in the system speak of what manner of fate befell any vessels that strayed too close. Incredible. And we're, of course, going to destroy it. So over we go to the Tiyanki Matriarch. We should be plenty powerful enough to handle this. We are going to take some losses, no doubt about it, but this is probably about twice as powerful as we need to be able to take this on. So that should be fine. There we go. -1 Tiyanki Matriarch. Our victorious fleet circles the dying Tiyanki Matriarch, her glowing flesh scored by countless blast marks. The violent thrashing of her tentacles, still trying to grasp at nearby ships, first slows, then draws abruptly to an end. At last, she expires. The ancient matriarch laid to an end, like her would-be hunters before us. At last. So we have a parade opportunity here, or so it had seemed. Our fleet captains are reporting strange movement coming from the belly of the beast. Something is about to emerge. She was pregnant, obviously. Battle stations. A mysterious vessel, covered in viscous fluids and damaged by digestive juices, blasts its way out of the corpse of the fallen Tiyanki Matriarch. Our fleet stands at the ready, but the ship immediately powers down its weapons and engines after emerging. They're hailing us. Oh, it wasn't pregnant. Okay, so there's a battleship here. On screen. Ah, Reth Undul, a renowned paragon. This is Captain Reth Undul of the AH-4B. Long have I suffered in the caustic bowels of that fell beast. Decades ago I came to hunt it, to repay a debt long overdue. Alas, I could not lay this baleful matriarch to an end, and when she swallowed the AH-4B whole, I was certain she would never again see the light of the stars. I'm glad to see I was mistaken. For putting my nightmare to rest, I would pledge my life and loyalty, and my ship, to the Nimbulan Meteorological Prediction Center. Do you only hunt Tiyanki? Oh no, I've spent years bringing down anything that traverses the stars. Amoebas, crystals, nightmarish entities beyond our realm of understanding. I've hunted it all. If you want, I can even hunt down the most dangerous prey. I don't think we need this guy. We're gonna dispose of him. And we become the new owner of the ship. Out of the question. This ship has been my only lifeline for... What are you doing? You cannot just stuff me in an escape pod. Stop! You haven't heard the last of me. Safe travels. So he stole his ship. I don't really want his ship, though, to be honest. Plasma and Devastator torpedoes and an autocannon? I mean, it's better tech than what we have. I guess we'll keep it around, but I don't really intend to do too much with it. Well, we'll see if he comes back. That'll be interesting. With that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue filling in our gaps here, and eventually, we will have this completed. Eventually. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.